What's going on, guys? Hey, repeat back here, and tonight it's gonna be the NNR Xfinity, guys. We're gonna be live from Kentucky Motor Speedway, same as we were the other night with the trucks. It's gonna be a lot of passing, a lot of drafting, a lot of dive bombs, a lot of everything. We're going to see a lot of 2 wide, sometimes 3 and 4 wide. What's up, Danny69? Thank you very much for following, sir. Yeah, the guys are qualifying now. Sorry about a little bit of a late start. Some Twitch issues going on. Seems like all around the communities. I just saw Frozen and a couple others, and yeah, she was showing like 30 people in the lobby, but nothing was happening. So we're going to try to kick this off. Hopefully the stream stays up. If it doesn't, we will definitely catch you guys on Thursday night when I'm back live with the one and only HD Motorsports for the truck guys. But as always, we're going to go ahead and kick this off with our buddies over at Madison Rising. They allow us to use their version of the national anthem at the onset of every NNR series race, whether it's the truck, Xfinity, or Cup. It's going to be a good time. Please stand and remove your hats. Here's our buddies over at Madison Rising.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets trembling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land under the fray, and the home of the brave? Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight to rename the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. This land of the brave, the US of A. Oh, say, does that star-spangled
All right. So, yeah, once again, thank you very much, Madison Rising. Guys, go ahead and look up Madison Rising on Spotify, or you can look up, since we started using, or since they allowed us to use their version of the national anthem, I should say, uh, they've actually split with lead singer, the guy with the long hair up front, general rocker type looking guy. Uh, that's Dave Bray, and he's actually started up a new solo career. He's called Dave Bray USA. He's all about the fire, paramedics, police, for general first responders, military. He's a former Navy corpsman, I think, something like that. But yeah, look them all up under Spotify. They got a lot of amazing tunes. Yeah, look them up under Spotify. Look them up under Google, YouTube, whatever. It's good. It's a good time. Sprout 34. What's happening, sir? Just waiting on that ever important invite from either Carol or Smitty. The last I saw, they were still qualifying, and now I check. It looks like they're running out the clock. I'll have a couple of different streams up tonight. I'll have the one and only Boehner rocking out his Mac Tools machine, and I'll have Carol as well. Then I can switch over to Swats or Cadillac or Mountain, or I'm sorry, not Mountain, but Cowboy. In his 19 car tonight. He's in the 19. He was teasing me a little bit because I kept on calling him in the 19 in the Truck Series. Striker, what's happening? Saying 116 left, Bod Fusion. Bod, I wish you were in the field tonight as well. And I got to give you some credit too. I saw an update last night that you're heading up a new venture under an old league that I used to run. So good luck with that. I sincerely wish you the best. I know that we've also recently lost a pretty good friend as well, which I'll talk about just a second. If any of y'all remember a guy by the name of Colts fan, going back to about 2009 and beyond. Since then, he had a new gamer tag that he switched over to Kentucky, or just KY Ridge Runner. If you remember the guy, please say a special, pass along a special thought to his family and to the NASCAR Heat community in general. Due to unknown circumstances, the young man passed away yesterday. So, Colts fan, Kentucky Ridge Runner, whatever you want to go by, man. You know, you're definitely gonna be missed in the NASCAR gaming community. You had a very distinct voice. You were one of the first people to ever befriend me on the Xbox console, going back to 2009. So yeah, 11 years ago, I met you. Colts. It's gonna be bittersweet. During lap 18, I am gonna have a lap of silence, so you will not hear me one bit. I wish I had control over the race to where I can get the cars to stop on track. Kind of like a I don't know, but it just not gonna happen. Let's see, but we're gonna get this going here pretty soon. They're running out the clock. It's gonna be a good time. Striker, thank you very much for joining in. Good luck tonight. I know you got a fast car in that practice race I ran with y'all last night. You passed me a few times. I know one time I got in, you sent you into the grass. Completely coincidental, or was it? Who knows? No, I'm just kidding. No, but good luck to you. K Dog, what's happening? Thanks for checking us out tonight. It's going to be a good time. Anybody that's out here now that doesn't already, please go on up and follow and subscribe if you can. Please support the stream, and make sure you hit that notification so every time NNR goes live, you know about it. You can keep up with us. It's a great community of racers. It's going to be another really interesting race tonight. Got 200 laps. I think that's like 300 miles, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. J-Pa checking in, saying, "What's NNR?" You know what NNR is, J-Pa. You're all about it, and I appreciate you. Um, it shouldn't be much longer. I'm actually checking in right now. Looks like they are all in their lobby, getting one last minute pep talk from the one and only NNR Smitty. He's going to have Carol in the stream tonight as well as one of his admins. He'll also have Mountain, which should be really fast as well. He was really good in his first ever truck race on Sunday night. He's also he's been picking up some momentum here. I'm really curious to see how Mountain's going to be able to keep this up. I'd love to see the guy solidly get into the top 16 in points to where he doesn't have to worry about anything going forward. We've got 4 races left after tonight before we start our playoffs. Before that ever important or biggest part of the season kicks off. If you go to nnrleague.com, you take a look at the schedule for NNR. They're doing something different than what NASCAR does. There's 4 races in each stage of the playoffs. The first stage is 4 races, so is the second, so is the third, and every stage has a different type of track. You're going to have a short track, an intermediate track, a road course, and a speedway or a super speedway. So whoever wins the championship this year is going to flat out earn it. Nobody's going to walk into it. You got to be good or if not great at all types of tracks, judging by the kind of competition that's in this field. As I hear somebody creeping up those back steps, that's either going to be the one and only Stout Whiskey, or it could be somebody else that volunteered earlier. Might be the one and only Dohar. Mystery guest, will you
Oh, it's
please
the
make
whiskey,
yourself known?
man.
It's the whiskey. Absolutely. What's going on, man?
Not much, dude. Looking forward to calling this race with you. Watching these guys go fast around good old Kentucky. So,
Yeah, Stout, I ran a test race, or just actually not even a test race, just a fun race with these guys last night. I remember, if it wasn't last game, it was the game before that. Just like in real life, Kentucky had some nasty, nasty bumps. This track's really smooth now. It's really fast. You can really get down into the corners and accelerate off. I know that you've turned a few laps to make sure you were good to go on Thursday night. How do you feel about your car on Thursday, and what do you expect out of these guys here tonight?
well, first getting to what we expect from the night. I mean, I expect it to be extremely racy, especially with the way the Xfinity cars handle and react to actually racing on the track. Maybe we'll see some different guys up front tonight. We'll see. It's like you said, this Kentucky's a lot different. In years past, Kentucky used to be in turns 1 and 2. You had to run kind of that middle line to that third groove up. Here you can run the bottom. You can actually even run on the apron through 1 and 2, or at least coming off of 2. But I expect it to be extremely racy tonight. 3 and 4 is a lot different than it used to be. I remember a lot of people used to worry about turns 1 and 2 on heat 2 and heat 3 getting it. I was always hey, I'm gonna get it perfect in 3 and 4, and I'm gonna deal with it in turn 3 and 4. Man, on this game, you just have to brake, and it seems so long to turn. It's almost like you're at Talladega, right, Pete?
Yep. Yeah, it's the apron's definitely nowhere near as slick as it's been. That's something that they fixed with the graphics here on Heat 4. You can get on the apron just a little bit as long as your car's not too free. And I know a lot of the guys, there's going to be a mix. I mean, I heard people starting off as low as 1 and 2. I heard some people running around right around 4 and 5. I even heard one person thinking about running 7. I don't know if that became a reality or not because the cars get wicked loose the later the run goes. I just got an invite from Carol. Actually, he's spamming me right now as you see him coming up on the screen. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at their view, and they are actually loading in. So I will go ahead and take that, and I'll get that invite over to you as soon
Yeah.
as.
While we're switching over, Pete asked about Thursday. What do I think? Honestly, same. It's going to be a really good race. The Cup cars just seem so much heavier than the Xfinity cars do as far as getting it to turn. So that means if you try to get it to turn more than it should, it's going to get loose, especially early on than it would.
Are you showing?
I
Are you
personally,
offline?
I just actually just went offline, so my buddies I was just playing spam me. So
Say what?
yeah, I'm appearing offline because I was just playing with my college roommates, my real life best friends, and they'll spam me.
I'll try. See if I can find you. Sure. Hopefully you get that.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. All right, so yeah,
Oh,
as you can see, loading in right now. We are gonna have the Double O. He won that fun race that we had the other night, and the person that finished second to him, the 28 of Boehner, is right there as well. In third place, you got the 48 of the Aviator down for some seat time. You got Fatless Dig rocking that Napa 97. He's been very, very strong here lately. Here's that 61 Old Mountain again, hoping that he's going to be able to flex some muscle tonight. Got the 88 of Old James Kamal. You got the 1 of Asbel, who's been extremely strong as well. There's the 11 of Parzival. 98 of FNL Bowling. There's the 4 of NNR Striker saying he's going to have a solid piece tonight. Here's the 69 of Rowdy Burns. There's Shadowlack. You got Master Killer, NNR Smitty in the 81, 21 of Sledgehammer. Augustus in that 8, and I'm going to work my way back up to the front as we're going to take him green here, Stout.
I'm pumped, dude. Yeah, you're talking about the 00 and the 28, respectively, of Boehner, and I'm having a brain fart in the 00. I'm not in there yet.
Yep, Double O is Stay Finessed.
Yeah, I should know that. Stay Finessed. I mean, they've ran really well the last couple weeks in Xfinity. Yeah, I'm thinking about going all the way back to Iowa. Actually, before that, they've ran really well in the cut course, too. So they're on it. They're on fire.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're already heading into turn 3. First half lap all into green. Everybody was able to get through turns 1 and 2. No issues further in the back behind, about 7th or 8th spot. They are 3 and 4 wide already to sort it back out to 2. There's the completion of lap 1. Right now it's a 00, the 48, 28, all nose to tail with the 1 car of Asbel, I think that is, already hunting them down. Nope, that's actually the 88 of Kamal.
Oh, Kamal, man, huh?
Yeah, Kamal's down, getting some seat time. He's actually been really, really strong here as of late in the Cup Series. And I remember he got a little bit of a hazing not too long ago by somebody else, and he was saying, you know what, I'm going to start being out front often, get used to it. I'm coming for your points, and Kamal's going to try to do everything that he can possibly do to make that happen. Now, Stout, I think just before you made it to the booth, I did announce that on lap 18 we're going to have a lap of silence. I wish I could get these guys to park, but we're gonna keep it green. We'll just kind of have a lap of silence between you and me for Colts fan. I know you saw in the chat earlier. It's a buddy of mine and buddy of Kamal's, buddy of Knight's, Sammy Sung, and a lot of other guys that used to run together back in the day that unfortunately and very suddenly lost his life. Not quite sure how or what happened. It's not important. But on lap 18, we'll have a lap of silence for the one and only Colts fan, or some others may know him by KY or Kentucky Ridge Runner. So that's kind of what it's going to be all about, right about there. As keep an eye on first place right now. It's still the 00 with the 48 right behind him, the 28 of Boehner. Here comes the 1 and the 88. That's your top 5. I do have the streams of Boehner and Carroll up for some reference tonight, so we'll be able to keep up and see what's happening.
Absolutely. You know, Aviator won the first race last week in our doubleheader. Ran really well. That was in the Cup side. On the Cup side, of course.
I see your message. I just gotta find you again.
No, yeah, you're good. Yeah, for some reason, I've been having issues like when you select something like that, it says like it won't work or whatever.
There you go. You should get that.
Thank you, boss.
Yes, sir. All right. Man, it looks like somehow we missed the lead. 48 was able to take over, and he's starting to sail away a bit from the 28 of Boehner. I'm going to go back through the field here just a little bit. Pretty good battle here between the 88 of Kamal and the 00 of Finesse. Right behind these two in 6th place is the 61 of old NNR Mountain. Guys, during the race, maybe during stage breaks or whatever, you'll see some commercials that are played for, on how to follow NNR or me or Stout or anybody else that you want to find that works within the community in any different way, whether it's broadcasting or he's just a community figure that you want to know more about or follow, see what he's up to. You'll be able to learn a little bit more about that. Then there's also that diecast that we're going to give away, and the NNR apparel that you can purchase from the NNR League .com website. I mean, there's all kinds of things that this community has going on right now.
Absolutely, and that's the beauty of this community, man. You're talking about the guys. I feel like 98% of the guys in NNR, from trucks to Xfinity to the Cup, are very approachable and very open about talking to you, helping you out. Whether it's about the game, what we're doing, or it can be something random like what's my favorite flavor of Doritos. So
there you go.
Let's have a good time.
Yeah. And a great example, I'm glad that you just said that. A great example of that is just before this race went live about hour and a half, 2 hours ago, I reached out for a buddy of mine and said, hey, what is a good time around the Roval? And Aviator got right back to me and said, hey, check this out. Here's a replay of a lap. He actually got on, went to the Roval, ran some laps, showed what his information was a little bit as far as preset tires and whatnot, and shared it with me to share it with a buddy, and it doesn't happen in every community. So big shout out and big thank you to Aviator for giving me a hand with that. And I'm gonna check in. We got to be getting pretty close to lap 18 about now. I'm going to check in. You know what? I think these laps count down, and I don't know how long the stage was. So
look here on Boehner's.
Yeah, Kyle Busch was Colts fans' favorite driver. That's why I chose lap 18. Should be much longer. See, I'm on Boehner's as well as he continues to try to protect his lead from Asbel, Aviator in P3, Mountain in 4th, and old Kamal right there in P5. I'll actually get up with the 28 of Boehner right now, and as he goes to start his next lap, I'll jump on board with him, and we'll carry on with that lap of silence. Let's see if I can find him here right quick. Again, big, just a tribute to one of the first guys that ever befriended me on Xbox. He's right around the same time as Kamal and CVR Leadfoot, and 88 Ninjas, and old Admiral Nelson, and Show Shot, Pro Boss. I mean, there's a lot of guys.
The OGs, man.
There. Yeah. Yep. There's a lot of guys out there. So I found the 28 of Boehner. He's got the one right behind him as well as the 48. So guys, as they come across the start-finish line on the next lap, please, by all means, if you know, or if you're new Colts fan, or if you're new Kentucky Ridge runner, please, kind of have a thought to yourself. If you want to express it in chat, be my guest. I'll be glad to talk about it. If you want to send me a DM on Twitter, please feel free to do so. He was a good friend of Kamal's. He was a good friend of Sammy Sunks and Knights, Connection, and quite a few others. So, yeah, let's have a lap of silence. All right, thank you, everybody. I absolutely appreciate it. Again, he was a good gamer, good guy, very very I mean, if you heard his voice in any party or lobby, you knew exactly who he was. Very very distinct voice. You'll be missed, Colts. All right, let's keep working our way through the field here. Yeah, Striker, I saw you had a whole lot of damage to the front end of that 4 car. Very unfortunate. You said you had a hot rod, but yeah, hey man, it's still early. You still have 2 stage breaks in order to get that car fixed up. You never know. Here's a bit of a challenge here by the 88 of Kamal trying to get under the 61 of Mountain. Mountain's also got a bit of a challenge by the 00 of Finesse, and then I believe that is the 97 of Fatless Dig behind this trio. Stout, pretty racy so far.
Absolutely, and that's the cool thing, talking about. There's just different little packs here of cars duking it out. Like, you got your front. I've been focused on the front 3, and then about 15 car lengths. You got 5 cars together. Then a little bit further back, you got 2 or 3 more groups of 3 cars. So that's a good thing, man. There's always battles going on, almost anywhere where you're at on the track. So
yeah, I mean, I just found the 98 and 98, 97 side by side, Bowling and Fatless Dig. They're trying to get under the 61. 61 is pretty strong off the corner. He's definitely got that thing turning pretty well. Just came across the 4 Striker. Yeah, you saw that
like
too,
he's
huh?
pitting, maybe. Yeah, maybe he's pitting here. But yeah, just like you're saying, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th they're definitely gaining on the front 3. Yeah, Mountain's pitting here.
Yep. I'm guessing they're starting to get pretty loose. These guys run 2 times, where unlike the Cup that you're used to with 3 times. So he might have started on a higher preset, or could be a little bit of strategy. Get in early, get those 4 fresh feel goods, and get out on track, make up on some time that others won't have the chance to get. But then you got to figure, if you pit early, they're going to have fresher tires on the longer run when you're starting to fall off. So it's almost a little bit of a wash.
Yeah, no, it totally is. But that's the main thing, is especially someone like Mountain. Mountain's a solid racer, but like myself, when you're dealing with guys who are obviously faster than you are, it's always fun to play some strategy and see if it gains you the time and puts you in a position where, hey, I get out in front of these guys, get a timely caution, and then put you in a position to have a chance to win. So that's ultimately what you want to do. And I mean, even pitting this early, maybe that'll help him distance himself from that pack that he was running in.
Yeah, talk about distancing from the pack. These guys are really, really getting spread out. I mean, a little bit of a crossover here between the 3 and 33. They were able to hold on to it. Good racing right there. There's a 24 Carroll. He's already showing some hood damage with the 39 of Master Killer right behind him. Here's the 9 of Q-Dog running that armor machine. Pretty good looking paint scheme. Green flag pit stops are definitely underway. Here comes the 74 leading a couple down pit road right now. There's a 95 old Papa Bear. Good to see this guy out on track every single race. He definitely makes the best of it every week. He may not have the fastest car. I don't know if he has. I don't know who his teammates are, or if they're just not able to really work together all that much. But I got to give it to Papa Bear. He's out here. He runs all the laps that he can, unless something drastic really happens with his car. Has his family backing him every week from up north. So good to see Papa Bear out here running.
I always like Papa Bear too, man, because when everybody else is changing paint schemes left and right, he's always rocking that, that hunter green, army green, dark green car, and it's 95 has got that specific font.
Yeah.
But speaking of that dark green, man, I actually see Shadlack's cars running that old school Harry Gant looking paint scheme. That always makes me happy to see something like that.
Let's see if I can find him here.
Old he's with the Gooses and I think Smitty.
Back in NNR. There's Cadillac. Rocking the old Brant colors. Yeah. He's got the 8 to his outside. Drop right back in line. It's the 8 of Augustus. With the 81 is Smitty right behind him. So he's leading a couple cars. Keeping him in tow here a little bit. You all right, bud?
Oh yeah, dude. Sinuses. My sinuses are so bad this time of the year.
Gotcha. All right, let's keep going through. Here's the 66, a Mike Honcho, fairly new guy to NNR. He's gonna pull out of pit road with the 69 of Rowdy Burns right in tow. Ran with Rowdy Burns quite a bit last night. I know we definitely made contact once or twice. Kind of wish I had been in his party, because I'm guessing when I apologized, he didn't get the message. Because when he got back around me, there was definitely a little bit of contact. But hey, I deserved it. Keep going through.
Yeah. Well, no, as you're talking about the pit road there, Trips and Q Dogs were both coming off pit road, and looks like NNR Cowboy is getting on pit road as we speak.
Yeah, he was really slow. I'm almost wondering if he actually ran out of gas.
Ooh.
Wouldn't surprise me the way that he was barely cruising along. But yeah, he made it.
Papa Bear was coming off pit road, and it looks like my fault. Papa Bear was getting on pit road, and it looks like LaFave wrecked down there on that access road, getting on the pit road. So he's got some serious front end damage.
Yeah, I'm looking at LaFave right now. I'm guessing whatever damage he had is gonna be lag, or might have just been when the game took control. Because I'm on the front end of that Napa 3 car right now, and everything looks pretty good. He'll probably be in and out with really no damage repair time, which is always a great thing. I'm not sure if you noticed or not, Stout, but most of the stops now, I guess they figured to where the stops are all between 15.8 and 16.2. Well, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, or if it actually took effect, because last night when I ran, I was mostly in the 16s. So, yeah, we'll have to see how the RNG deals the cars tonight.
Yeah, I've ran some races since then. I don't think that's the truth. I think that's what we've been told.
Yeah.
But moving towards that model is definitely the right way to go, especially when you don't have control over what you could, what your guys on pit road do. I mean, I know a lot of people say, well, RNG, we call it RNGesus. That's, that random number generator, what it gives you.
Yep.
It sucks sometimes, and a lot of times it feels like it sucks a lot more than it does you good. And I mean, it stinks when you're, running tight with somebody, whether it's for the lead or digging out 7th and 8th, and they pit and get a 15.2, and then you pit and get a 16.6, and you're nose to tail, and then you come out pit road and you're miles apart. It stinks. So I'm glad they're moving towards the model to fix that.
Yeah, it's definitely not the way that you want to go. You figure, you peel off the track, you get it woed up to pit road speed, which I think tonight is like 45 miles an hour. You hit that line about perfect, and then you get slammed with a 16.8 second stop or something like that. You do everything, and then the game takes it from you. But I tell you, one guy that the game has not taken anything from, and that's the guy that was able to hold the lead through the first round of pit stops, and actually the 28 of Boehner up front, but Asbel is still hunting him down right on his rear deck lid. Then you got NNR Finesse, NNR Mountain again having a great night, and then you got the 48 of the Aviator. That's your top 5 right now. We've been cruising around there with the 00 for a bit. Here's a little bit of a battle now between the 1 and the 28. The 1's going to try him on the outside, coming to the line. 1 might have a great entry in. He might be able to keep that 28 pen down, so his entry is a little off. We'll have to see here if the 1 can get under him.
You cross him over here.
No, wasn't able to. 28 still really strong off the corner. 28's going to get down, really hug that yellow line. There was a lot of turning right here as the tires wore last night coming off the corners. I'm sure that's what might have been the culprit for some of these guys pitting earlier than others. we'll have to see how it is as they run along. But here's a little bit of a battle now between the 48 and the 61. 48's ducking down, 61 up high, up along that wall, smacked it just a little bit of momentum taken away. That's now the 2 cars behind him to catch on to that pack of 2. Now you got a pack of 5 going through 3 and 4.
Keep an eye here, man. Just like Asbel's gonna clear him here if Boehner lifts. Boehner's gonna race him. So Boehner's gonna race. Boehner lifts and lets him get in line. That's good. That way maybe they can keep that distance on Finesse. But it looks like Finesse is gonna ride their coattails here, and we're gonna have a 3-car lead pack.
Yep, Finesse actually won that fun race last night, and Boehner came in second after being 2 laps down because his shifter fell off of his stand. That was kind of interesting. But, yeah, so those guys are running first and second as Bill Boehner, Finesse, Aviator, and now the 98 of Bowling is in P5. Go ahead and catch up with them. We've been watching this pack with the 88 of Kamal and a few others right around him. They've been racing really, really hard. Here we are back to the lead, 128 in the 00. 00 should have the draft from the 28. The next car back is 2.5 seconds behind Finesse, and that's the Aviator, and then again the 98 of Bowling. Keep going through the field here. Here's the 84 Cheeseburger. He got welcomed back into NNR. I think you had a little bit to do with that. Race with Cheeseburger in the old Dirty Mo racing.
Nice. Yeah, I like old Cheeseburger, man. He's a youngster, and the crazy thing is, dude, he lives in Winston-Salem. Like, I had no clue. We were talking about the other night, and I was like, dude, where you live at? And he says, I live in Kernersville. And I was like, what? I was like, dude, I live in Winston.
There you go.
He goes to a rival high school, so it's pretty small world.
The rivals.
Yeah, we got to get that blue fixed on his car, though, man. It's a little too dark. Try to get that. I wish you could actually send pictures in the Twitch chat, of like stuff you're actually talking about. But I know, if you could limit it to where it was like you and I, like kind of like the admin, so people weren't just throwing memes and stuff in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, old Seneca, man, was one of my favorite racers growing up. Him and Mark Martin were by far my favorite drivers.
Forever. Yeah. Yeah.
Mike Eddy. Remember Mike Eddy? Drive the 88 good wrench car.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was awesome.
Scott Seneca? Am I remembering that correctly?
No. Yeah. So I mean, it was it's Bob Seneca.
Bob Seneca. Okay. 5 laps left to go here in the first stage. Looks like I'm going to try to get back up. See the 8 of Augustus around on track. He might have been trying to get on the pit road, but spun it out. No caution. He's off the track. I'm going to try to work my way back up to the 28 as the stage 1 laps are winding down. Let's see. Here's Boehner in a 28. Like I said, he's really hunting down this one car. One car goes down on the apron through the front stretch. 28's right on his tail. 28's going to maybe give him a little bit of a love tap getting in. Boehner definitely seems like he gets through the center of the corner and off a little bit better than the 1. He's taking a look to the inside now. Will the 1 go ahead and pinch him down or give him a little bit of room? Looks like he's going to give him some room. 1's going to be able to really get the throttle down off the corner, but they're coming side by side across the line. That should be about 3 to go, Stout.
Oh, yeah, man. They're door to door. I was like, man, is this the last lap? Nah, yeah, Asbel is able to clear him, getting into 1, and, talking about Asbel and Boehner, but here's Finesse. He's like, hey, man, I want to get in on this too.
Yes, I mean, you're talking about some pretty big points here, and Asbel, he has been on a tear. The 28 has been strong every week, got 4 wins on the season. Finesse has been extremely strong as well. I tell you what, they are lucky that Finesse joined the community a little bit later on in the season, and unfortunately work kind of keeps him away from the track as often as it does, because if it didn't, they would absolutely have it would be a huge battle for the points lead right about now with 4 races to go before the start of the chase.
Absolutely. I know he missed a lot of races there at the beginning, but like you said, I mean, ever since he's been back, man, he's running good about every week. I mean, yeah, you're gonna have a bad week here and there, but talking about him, a little like him, and he was trying to help Boehnerd there on the outside get by Asbel, but it's like Finesse changed his tune, and now he's gonna get down here and see if he's got something for Asbel.
A little bit of side drafting right there by the 00 into the inside of the 28. 28's not going to have the entry that he wanted into the line. Might try a little bit of a crossover here coming underneath the 00. He's going to have it. It's going to be side by side to the line for P2. 28's going to take P2 stage 1. A lot of points garnered by both of those guys, but Asbel's going to walk away with the most. First, second, third, and fourth is Kamal in P3, and then FNL Bowling. Bowling, your current champ, trying to keep it under wraps. Now's their second chance and their biggest chance to try to make some adjustments. If y'all want to know how to follow NNR, check this out.
Hey NNR fans, don't miss any of the action by following or subscribing to Repeat's Twitch channel. Turn on notifications and you'll always know when the best preset league on Xbox hits the track. Check out his YouTube channel too to see all of NNR's past races. Follow No Name Racing as well as Repeat 1975 and others on Twitter, and you'll never miss any of the action.
As always, you didn't miss anything at all. Get back up to the lead cars here. Looks like you're going to have the 98 of Bowling with the 46 of Shadilak to the outside, 28 of Boehnerd P3, 1 car of Asbel in P4. Behind these guys, I think that's the 80. Nope, that's going to be the 88 of Kamal.
It's like Kamal's running the old Quality Care Dale Jarrett ride.
Yeah, with the only thing different is the ream on the hood.
Right. If the numbers had that white outline, it would look almost just like it.
Yeah, Kamal's actually flexing right here for P2. He was able to get by the 1 down low. He's got a clear shot at the 28. He's going to get down low here, going into 1 and 2. Try to keep it right in front of 11 of Parzival. I call Parzival the silent hunter. I tell you, that guy slowly but surely and methodically works his way into every position that he gets to, and then all of a sudden he's kind of like Kevin. Where did he come from? Just like Kevin Harvick. Where did he come from? But yeah, here he is, strong every week.
Best thing about him too, just to add what you're saying, is you never see him, causing trouble. He's just a really clean driver, and seems even keel. When we've had him in the booth and talked to him, so
yeah,
like
absolutely.
A really cool kid.
Yeah, you don't really hear a whole bunch of griping after the races. Nobody ever confronts him on pit road saying, "Hey, you ran me this way, you door checked me, you dive bomb me," or anything like that. Nope. I don't think I've ever heard any kind of a crossword about the kid. But man, a lot of people are going to have to watch out for him as the season continues. You see the 88 to come up into the wall there just a little bit. That's going to allow the 00 of State Finesse and the 61 of Mountain to work right on by. And here comes the 21 of Sledgehammer. He's a Pro League Season 2 hopeful, running pretty strong here again tonight.
Absolutely, and I think he actually missed qualifying. I know for the race tomorrow that they're having, I think he qualified 15th. So from what he said, I think that's about where he expected, and it's a road course though, so they're probably all going to pile into each other in turn 1. At least 2 or 3 guys will get knocked out, and hopefully he can survive that and make some ground and keep his nose clean. Yeah.
I think tomorrow's going to be a really, really interesting race right here on Twitch. Not on my channel, but on 704 Games' Twitch channel, just like last week. I was just watching the 11 of Parzival. We were talking about him being clean. He kept his line underneath the 88 of Kamal all the way through the corner. Never wavered. Kamal held his line. They were side by side all the way through. Great racing by those guys. Wow, these
That's a
guys,
good. That's
they're getting after it on these new tires here, Stout.
absolutely, man. And that's the good thing about NNR is, not 90% of the time, man, the racing's clean, and I would argue that it's a lot higher than that in most races. But I mean, of course, yeah, we've had several races where there's been a bunch of cautions where people can't get settled down. Kind of like first Pocono last week. We had a lot of cautions Thursday in the first race, and the second race we went caution free. So uh,
Yeah.
it's just how it goes sometimes.
Yeah, but other times, like tonight, it's very very close to caution free. I remember last year, HD and I talking about the average of cautions. I mean, where NNR didn't run stages last year. Stages are new to season. Um, they've last year their average was like 4 cautions for the season. So to have that kind of a season where you're mostly green, that's pretty phenomenal. That's why we constantly say NNR is the best default community on Xbox. Period. I haven't come across anybody else that compares. That's another reason it makes me really, really proud to be associated with this community.
Absolutely, man. I do. I love it. I love checking in and seeing what you guys are doing on Sunday nights with the trucks and how that's going, and of course being a part of this and Thursday nights, and now with where we're gonna do the fun runs and try to keep our head clean. What's going on outside our house, our homes, our apartments.
Yeah.
It's always growing, man. It's a good thing.
Yeah. For any other Carolinians in there, keep strong, keep your head up. This will all blow over here pretty soon. Outside of the Carolinas, where Stout and I both reside, there's a lot of people everywhere thinking about everything that's going on with this COVID or this Corona and whatnot. But it'll all blow over. Everybody will be back to work soon, hopefully sooner than later. But there's a lot of people doing their best to keep this country, I should say, on track. Let's see here. There's old Alpha York rocking that 23. Also another Napa car, Alpha York. Stout, you've seen him in chat just as often as I have. Here he is making his Xfinity Series debut. Pretty good so far. Car looks really clean. He's kind of got a little bit of a petty blue theme going on there with the yellow stripes, yellow rims indicating that he's a rookie with the yellow number. He's definitely finding out that it's a little bit different out here on track with these guys than it is in the stream following along.
Yeah, racing with NNR, especially your first couple races, it's a very humbling experience. Just because, I mean, you could go and race in any other league, and you could probably challenge for a victory every week, and that's if you come over here and finish 10th or 11th. So this is the best for a reason, and it's always good to see guys that's involved with talking with you and stuff in the chats and wanting to get involved, to actually get out on the track and get the race. And like you said, man, that thing is sexy. There's not a dent in that car.
Yeah, no, I actually really like that paint scheme. If he ran that every week, I would not get tired of looking at it. I love the color scheme, I really do. Back here now with the 19 of NNR Cowboy. He's another streamer that helps out every week. He has been very, very strong. Another one just like Parsville that's worked his way into the top 16 in points. Works really well with Carroll and Stryker on some setup information. He made sure to correct me on that earlier. I actually thought that he had been working with Stay Finesse and a couple other guys. He said, nope, I don't work with them. I got a couple other guys, and he's proud to work with Carroll and Stryker. And you know what? What better people to work with and try to work your way into Cup than a couple other guys that have a pretty solid footing in NNR.
Absolutely. There's two guys that's been around too. It's not like they've been here a year. They've been here when the name was different. Several years back. So.
Yep. Yep. Speaking of Carroll, actually just landed on him, rocking that 24 is another Napa car. As you can see, though, he has the normal white rims with the green lettering, indicating that he is not by any means a rookie. It's actually looking pretty good off the corner. He's getting down really low onto that yellow line, sometimes a little below it, using that apron to help his car turn back on the throttle. He's going to come across the start-finish line, trying to grab a little bit of the draft from the bit of a pack that's right in front of him.
There's a gaggle of cars there in front of him.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's got what, 8 or 9 cars there in front of him, kind of just going back and forth.
At least. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I'm actually seeing a lot of Napa cars out here. I just switched over, and there's LaFave88, another guy that's followed all over Twitter and whatnot. He wanted to get involved. Here he is. I believe this is his second week with NNR, and yeah, another one running the Napa Strong colors.
Dude, that's how it was last week, man. It's like everybody's, rocking these Ron Hornaday paint schemes. It's just like, I didn't know Ron Hornaday was that popular, and especially with, you and I are older, and I know we got some older guys in this league, man, but do people really remember Ron Hornaday rocking the 16 truck back in the day?
Yeah. One of his biggest ROMs, actually kind of, surprised that.
Square body Chevy was sexy, though.
Yeah, buddy. The Ron Hornaday, I'd like to see somebody do a throwback to oh damn it, I just had his name on the tip of my tongue. He ran the 10 car back in the day, not oh man.
Johnny Benson?
Not Johnny Benson, after
You talking about the trucks?
Nope, in Cup. His
Scott
son,
Riggs?
Scott Riggs, there you go. Yeah, his son Lane runs in the Cars Tour.
The Pro Series.
Yep, in the Pro Series. I'd love to see somebody do a throwback for Scott Riggs. That'd be pretty cool, I think.
Dude, speaking of the throwback, man, I almost went to the throwback to 276 at Hickory this past. That's something we need to do, man. We thought about going to Martinsville. We should definitely go up to Hickory. You can come up and stay at my house.
Yeah.
And we could drive up and go to that. I've always wanted to go. At least I've wanted to go the last couple of years.
Yeah, your daughter can teach me how to headbang.
That's right, man. Put on some death metal and just have a good old time.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, if anybody out there that's watching, and if you're friends of Stout Whiskey on Facebook, he went live just shortly after school was canceled for a few weeks, and his daughter's banging. I mean, she's just carrying on, and it was just funny to watch. And then your son in his little bouncy seat is having a blast. Well, that was a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, we were actually. She loves music. I think she loves music because of me, but we were jamming some Neil Young earlier, and Old Man.
Yep.
Old man, look at my life. I'm a lot like you were.
There you go. There's the pipes.
These guys are like, what is going on?
You ever see the parody that Neil Young did with we got a caution out here.
Jimmy Fallon?
Jimmy Fallon, there you go. Saw the car slowing up, kind of took my
oh yeah,
time away. Yeah, it looks like there is a caution because it's actually showing the yellow flag timer rather than the stage flag. So right now in the running order was just a second ago, a little bit further back with Carroll. Let me go ahead and jump on Boehner's hood here. Boehner showing he was in the lead. Finesse P2. King Outbreak having a great night. Then there's NNR Mountain, and then the 48 of the Aviator. I don't know, Stout. With the Aviator and Kamal up here in the top 5, top 7, you're going to have a little bit of competition there tomorrow on Thursday night, bud.
Oh yeah, like I said, I don't expect to challenge, like I've done the last couple of weeks. Definitely the first race last week, I felt like I had an opportunity to win if my steering wheel didn't come undone. But that's part of racing. You're talking about Boehner with his shifter. I had the same issue with my steering wheel, but We'll see. Kentucky's one of those tracks, honestly, where I think you might see some different guys up front. It's just a weird track to race. I mean, it just is. I could see someone like JC winning this race, and I think everybody would be happy to see someone like JC or, Kamal pull off a win Thursday. Good dudes.
Absolutely. I've been friends with JC, and well, I mean, I mentioned when we were talking about Colts a little bit ago. I've known Kamal since 2009. I think he's probably one of the only people that are left on my friends list going back that far. A guy that I always kept in touch with, ran a couple championship seasons with him in another league when he went for 3 straight. That's actually where he got his Thrustmaster wheel, and it looks okay. That might have been another caution with just a little bit of lag, so all the cars kick sideways right there. But
Oh yeah.
bit of a challenge here again between the 1 of Aswell, 28 of Boehner. Looks like the 00 of Finesse is going to give that 28 a big shove all the way down that back stretch, heading into 3 and 4 down low. Behind them, they are 3 wide coming off the corner, and these corners are tight, Stout.
Oh yeah. 3 and 4 just bows so much. Like I said earlier, it just kind of reminds me of Talladega, the way it turns. 1 and 2 is a lot tighter. And you can really get loose there as you're approaching the exit of turn 2, but these guys seem like they've got it under control so far.
Yeah, so far so good. I think that was actually the first caution that was not associated with a stage break, and I think the last time I saw Carroll go by, there was about 15 laps to go. I'll check in with Boehner here from P1, and he's gonna he went by the flag stand so fast his lap counter came up and it was like the blink of an eye, it was gone. So not quite sure where they stand, but right now your top 5: Boehner in the 28, Finesse in the 00, Asbill in the P1, that old Baby Ruth kind of a throwback car, Aviator in the 48, and the Mountain in that 61 with Kamal, I believe. No, that's the 21 of Sledgehammer rocking P6 right now.
Yeah, it's basically a who's who of, top 6 or 7, just like you said. I mean, it's usually guys that's up front, whether it's in the Xfinity race or if it's in the Cup race.
Yeah, a little bit of a lag kick right there by the 48 of Smitty. Kind of shot the 61 backwards just a little bit, but the young man's going to make the best of it, pull a little bit of a crossover on the 97, going to try to get underneath the 21, crossing the line. It'll be 61-21 going into 1 and 2. 61 should be able to get the throttle off. 21's really not pinching him down all that much. New tire's going to be able to let them keep tight. Neither one of them got loose. 61's going to be able to retake P5 going into 3 and 4.
Looking up front, you've got Boehner, and then second's about 8 car lengths back, and then 2nd through 10th are basically nose to tail. So if they want to keep pace with Boehner, yeah, they need to get their stuff organized, close in on him. If not, he's just going to run away with this second stage.
Yeah, Boehner's got all kinds of clean air right now. The 1 of Aswell, he's close. He's close right behind the 00. The 48's right behind the 1. I really like that old Baby Ruth throwback. They had that at Darlington just last year. It's a pretty nice looking race car.
It's that old Jeff Gordon.
Yeah.
Speaking of square bodies, man, those old school Thunderbirds. Gosh, just sweet race cars.
I actually saw one on Twitter earlier. I think it was Mark Martin actually had the Firebird on the front of it. I think it was Mark Martin. I could be wrong, but yep. And then Kenny Wallace had an old throwback of his. Dale Jr. was wondering why the rear tires were so much bigger than the front tires. Don't think he ever got an answer for that.
That's probably back before all the officials getting that rear grip.
Yeah.
That's the thing too, man. We're talking about the ASA. How the ASA used to run the Camaros and stuff. It's just awesome. I miss those days when stock car was, you could tell what it was. You know what I mean? Just by looking at it, you can't do that nowadays.
Now, they put these nose clips on the front of this thing, but underneath, I mean, aside from manufacturer support and whatnot, they really are, for the most part, pretty equal. 74 and a little bit of the wall contact there that's allowed the 98 of Bowling to get on by. But, yeah, that was something that my dad had always said when I'd watch a race. He said, what do you watch this for? You can't, besides the number and a paint scheme, you really can't tell the difference between the manufacturer. And then he'd start going on and talking about the Superbirds and the Novas and the old Plymouths and whatnot. Looks like 21 of Sledgehammers around between turns 1 and 2. Everybody got by him pretty cleanly. No contact there, so we're gonna stay under green. Those Superbirds were definitely a sight to see on the tracks, especially around the restrictor plates, before the plates on the cars.
Oh yeah, man, they were sick, dude. They were just different, a sight to see. Kind of like, it's kind of like seeing, the COTs for the first time. And speaking of the COTs, I know a lot of people hated those things, but they were just, well, how's the correct way to say this? The engineering for those things were just marvelous. It's a spectacle. It was just amazing.
Yeah, I think a lot of people mostly remember the words that came out of Kyle Busch's mouth the first time he won. I think it was at Martinsville with it. He said that things sucked. I have the die-cast of the 88 National Guard camo car sitting right in front of me. I mean, with that wing on the back, you might as well, they almost look like pickups, but obviously not. But yeah, with that wing on them, how much air they caught, yeah, it slowed them down. But man, they controlled like nobody's business. You could loosen them up all you needed to, and the aero design of the car would keep glued to the track for the most part.
Yeah, and I guess part of the reason too why I love them is I'm a hardcore Martin fan. He's always will be my favorite driver. You've heard me say it, model the way I drive, the way that Martin did, as far as being a gentleman. But I knew when the car tomorrow was introduced, I knew Martin would go out and have a chance to be successful and run. And he got the 5 ride with Hendrick and with the car tomorrow, and I knew that he could go out and execute in it, because when the playing field was, or if it was something new and nobody knew a whole lot, Mark always succeeded. He's just one of those guys with his 5 IROC championships.
Yep.
The fact that he won the very first Las Vegas race, the Cup race. He won either the first or second Texas race. If it was new and fresh to everybody else, man, he could really go out there and kick your ass. So.
Yeah, he really could. You talk about the ride that he got with Hendrick Motorsports. Who can forget that he almost beat Kevin Harvick to the line at Daytona with that thing? And yeah, he was steal your name, man. He was stout in that model car. While others didn't like it, he was a big fan. Looks like
we got to caution. Yeah, we're getting off on this. I think it's just good. We talk about the history of NASCAR, and
yeah.
That's when he was racing for Bobby Ginn. And people forget that. And when he was running the 8 car, and he ran it for I want to say it was the first 4 races or 5 races, and then he shared it with Eric Amarola. But people forget that he went to this team, Ginn Racing, and nobody ever even heard of. And he had the points lead before he, gave the car over to Eric Amarola. Martin was special, man. He was uber talented.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Looks like we are back up front with 28001, and talk about that old 10 car. There's the 10 sitting in P4. I really think it would be a good idea to see somebody throw back to old Lane's dad. It'd be I think that'd be pretty cool. Whoa, big shot there. The 10 gave the one a huge bump going into the corner. Now he's going to give it a shot to the 28, but that's going to allow the double O to get away.
Goose.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, old Gooses, man. I love Gooses. He's super talented, man. But damn, is he overly aggressive sometimes?
He's been around NNR for a while now. He knows that sometimes with the competition that is in this community, you've got to get what you can get while you can get it. And if it's on 4 tires, if it's kind of pushing your way through without actually causing the big one, but man, that pushed the 28 of Boehner all the way back
like 15th.
Yeah, a lot of positions back. I've got his.
Who got into him? Was it Outbreak?
I think so. Yeah, I've got you. You about called it. He's back there in 18th now. So from starting on the front row to 18th in a lap and a half. Yeah, that's a lot of muscle that moved him out of the way.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll have a little something to say. Boehner's pretty clean. He's clean, definitely a lot more than on the flip side. So I'm sure he'll have something to say to the 10 car if it was the 10 car that got into him after the race.
Or what he should do, as I'm still riding around with him as he's really riding that high line. He might have forgot to pit. I don't know, because he is dropping like a rock to the back. He might have just said, you know what, I screwed up. I'll get out of your way, because he's all the way back to 21st now. Carroll got on by him. The 39 of Master Killer, the car that's right behind him now is old Papa Bear. So I'm almost wondering if Boehner forgot to pit. In fact, you know what? As I pull up the rest of his stream and take a look, yeah, his right side tires are at 34 and 27. The young man forgot to hit that double A.
And that sucks. I've been there before.
Does. Nope, Spurley, he doesn't have damage. Just forgot to pit. So he tried to get up to that high line and get out of the way as quick as possible. He's really maybe he's hoping for another caution, but these guys have had a really big green flag look to them all night long. I think we've had just one caution. That last caution that came out was actually for the stage, because now they're showing Carroll is going down the backstretch right now. As soon as he goes across the line, I'll get us a lap count. Carroll is on the lead lap, working 27th spot right now. I think he's actually the last car on lead lap. Not 100% sure, but we've got 104 laps to go. A lot of packs right here. Double O and the 1 have gotten away a bit behind those two. It's the 61 contact there between the 424, 33. 98's going to look to the inside, possibly try to make this 4 wide. Thought better of it. Going to keep it 3 wide, which is still a challenge. Bowling's motivated. He's trying to get there as quick as he possibly can. All on that low line.
As you're talking about that, Asbull is all over Finesse's bumper here, man. Up in first and second. Definitely distances himself there from third. Probably 20 car lengths back to third. And from third to, I guess it's 8th place, man. They're all nose to tail as well.
Yeah, I'm kind of keeping an eye on these cars behind the double O of Finesse and the 1 of Asbull. That 61 is doing everything that he possibly can to keep that 10 car pinched down. The 8 car of Augustus has chosen, and pretty wisely, to go ahead and keep with the 10, but the 61 is now keeping both of them pinned down. Mountain is taking no prisoners tonight. He's doing all he can to keep his track position, keep the guys next to him to where they can't power up off the corner. That gave him a little bit of room between himself and the 10 and the 8 of Augustus. You got them split up as the 88 of Kamal is able to pull up right behind that 61 now. Woo! These guys are getting after it, Stout. I'm already looking forward to Thursday.
Well, yeah, it's always hope we can duplicate what these guys do. You know, I mean, of course, it starts on Sunday, the first day of the week, and what the truck guys get, you know, what they put out on the track, and then of course these guys on Tuesday nights, and then you know we're the last series to go of the week at the same track, and we usually have to follow what they. I mean, I'll be honest with you, the last 2 or 3 weeks, I feel like they've definitely outperformed us as far as their racing. We've struggled a little bit in the Cup Series as far as overly aggressive driving from some individuals, and but I mean it happens.
Yeah, I'm sitting back here right now with the 23 Alpha York. He has worked all over the back bumper of the 97, and every time he goes to make a move, the 97 blocked it. That last one, he gave him a little bit of a shot to the bumper, and it made the 23 loose rather than the 97, so we had to check up just a little bit. He's going to try to do everything that he can to catch back up to the 97, but some pretty intense racing in the back. A little bit of an issue. See the 19 of Mountain again, either out of gas, not sure, or he had contact before, but saw the 4 around again. Stryker really continuing to struggle. I'll bet you he can't wait till Kentucky is over and done with.
Yeah, you see him down there on the apron.
See the 48 of the Aviator working his way down pit road. So the first round of green flag pit stops here in stage 3 look like they're about to get underway. I'm sure we'll see more and more pulling on as the first takers start to peel off. Here's NNR Lee. Haven't really talked about him a whole lot yet tonight. 74 machine right in front of Alpha York again. 29 right behind them too. Stat, I don't know if you caught it earlier, but this stream almost didn't happen. Right around the time we tried to go live, which why I forgot to send you a message. All of Twitch was down. Like I tried pulling up Frozen Toes' stream, and even though it showed that she had like 30-something people in there, she was offline when he tried to watch her or anybody else. This stream started picking up at the very last minute, like just as they were halfway through qualifying.
Yeah, I didn't have a clue, man. I was actually, we were playing COD. I was playing COD. We were deep. You know, we ended up finishing third the last game. I was like, man, I'm gonna be a little late. Joining you, I know we had mentioned, and Tyler had mentioned about joining. Maybe go and solidify him for next week to join us in the booth with you know, you and I, or you know, if he just you and him, it doesn't matter to me. But no, I mean, I'm always glad to tune in. I was actually seeing Country Girl. Maybe she's working or something.
I'm honestly not sure. I haven't seen Country Girl in chat, and I don't know how long. Wherever she is, I hope she's all right. She's definitely missed, but man, I tell you what, I'm watching this 00 and the 1 go side by side through the corner, and these paint schemes are actually somewhat similar. I mean, it's the same red, same white. Got the same familiar stripes. The Baby Ruth going across the hood of the 1 and the red of the Haas are kind of similar. They might almost pass them off as mates, and they did it on purpose. Gonna
See if I can
try
find
to
him here.
catch back up with Banner, see how much room he's made up. He's definitely made his way onto pit road and off. He's in 23rd position now for any Boehner fans out there. Trying to work his way back up through the field, showing 90 laps to go as he just came across the start-finish line. He's right behind the 48 of the Aviator, the car that I was just showing. Here's Boehner right there, right behind old Aviator, last year's NNR Cup Series champion. You know, Stout, it's actually, I still think it's really, really cool that before this season kicked off, the one and only Kenny Wallace took time while at the airport to congratulate NNR's champions last year. I still think that was a really, really cool tweet for the community.
Nah, dude, it was pretty nuts when I first saw that. I was like, what? You know, of course, especially for me, because I'm a huge dirt racing fan. I actually prefer dirt racing over anything asphalt. Sorry, guys, but yeah, to see Kenny Wallace, man, give a shout out to Watt Smitty and Aviator was pretty freaking sweet.
Yeah, it really was. I couldn't believe it when Coe kind of retweeted it. I thought that was pretty special, and it absolutely gave me something to talk about for the first few races. Maybe for the Truck Xfinity and Cup races for the last race before the playoffs start, I'll find that tweet and I'll kind of replay it for the stream. It's definitely worthy of it, to say the least.
Yeah, dude, that was pretty nice.
You know, I tell you, I just caught back up with the 88 of Kamal. Kamal right now looks like he's running in P3, and he's got the 8 of Augustus right behind him, and then the 21 of Sledgehammer. Those three are kind of running together. Behind them, they got a pack of about 7 or 8 cars, but they are absolutely doing everything that they can to try to catch up with the 00 and the 1 of Asbel. They run a little bit different through the corners, just giving each other room, maybe get a little bit of clean air on the nose, but they line right back up going down the front and the back stretch. Every now and then the leaders get to racing, but these guys are pretty content running single file to try to run down the leaders. Just as I say that, Kamal ducked down. The 8 went up high. 21 is going to duck in behind the 88. Maybe they're going to see if the 8 was a little bit faster, but nope. They got back to racing as soon as Boehner comes across, or Carroll comes across the start-finish line. I'll get us a lap count once again. Let's see. Spurley, I'm guessing you were talking about the 4 car. Not 100% sure, or you might have been talking. That might have been when we were talking about Boehner dropping to the back because he forgot to pit. Stryker is absolutely not too happy with a couple of the members out there in the field tonight. Reason, that's kind of upsetting. We've seen him around a couple times, so it's probably for a legit reason. I see the 1 car of Asbel now has the clear lead. Looks like the glow of Finesse has chosen to pit right here. So I'm going to guess that the 1 of Asbel is probably going to follow him down in this next lap. He absolutely cannot let the 00 have too many laps on fresher tires over him, because he'll end up taking that lead from him. And once Finesse gets into the lead, he's going to be hard to pass. Stout, you still there? I heard your mic crackling a little bit. Yep, more and more cars heading down pit road. Here's the 11.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, I got you, buddy.
No, yeah, I was just saying, man, like what you're talking about as far as pitting when you're close together, and someone, if you're nose to tail and the guy in second, pits from behind you, you have to go ahead and pit, man. Kind of forces your hand.
Yeah, it really does. SD Rick, no, this is NASCAR 4 on the Xbox console. This is the NNR Racing community. Best on default, hands down, when it comes to the this series of console game. Please, go on up, smash that follow and notifications button, hit the subscribe if you can. You don't want to miss. These guys are top notch. Gotta love when the game doesn't let you come off. Either that or somebody had an issue coming off pit road. Your old cheeseburger looks like he's gonna leave the pits, come on out and merge into traffic. Nobody coming on, so he's able to merge in seamlessly. Do you mean like multiplayer or something like that? I mean, there is a career mode on this to where you can sim against the any other series, whether you want to do dirt, Xfinity, Cup, truck, whatever. If you're asking if this is compared to iRacing, the quick answer is no.
No, that's a hard no.
Big battle right here. Stop between the 29, 61, the 10, and I believe that is that in front right there. Kind of flashed on by. Oh, it's 98 of Bowling. This pack of 5 or 6 right here, all on new tires. It looks like the 61. I'm not sure if that damage is lag damage. I definitely saw some contact in the pits while they were all going through. If that is legit damage on that 61, that is a shame because he has been on rails all night long.
No, he's really been running. Yeah, no, he's really been running well, and especially I know he has not been impressed with on-track altercations and the way things have played out the last 3 or 4 weeks, and it's been really frustrated. So it's been really nice to see him race well and run up front in that top 5, and to hear you talk about him and see him racing the piss out of people that's trying to pass him underneath. It's hopefully he can get it situated here and get that damage fixed, and everything will be fine.
Gotcha. No, Rick, you can't do that. No. Now you can go into the online play and you can watch watch other lobbies going on if you wanted to. Just like this one, if it was in a public lobby, you could select it, hit the menu on your controller or your wheel, and you can watch them go around. But you can't do it in just by choosing career mode and spectate the race that way. No.
Boehner's going to be pitting here. Looks like he's pitting from 3rd. Maybe 4th.
Go!
I can't really tell. Can you hear me, Pete?
Yeah, I got you loud and clear, bud.
Yeah, I think Asbel's in 1st, and then Kamal. It was Boehner in 3rd, and then I'm not sure who was in 4th. I think it was that gaggle of cars with Mountain and Bowling and those other guys.
All right. Well, let's see. Not a problem, Rick. Yeah, Cody, there was definitely some kind of an issue on the exit of the pits right there. I don't know if the damage that some of the guys got was just for the cars kind of running into each other in the pit stalls or what, but yeah, there's definitely an issue coming off pit road. We saw...
I can speak on that.
Yep.
Yeah, so with the pitting, they've changed it to where you kind of ghost or whatever, so there's no damage, there's no slowing up of the pit stops. But the problem is when you come right out of the pits, is you unghost, and if you're inside of somebody or whatever, you'll jack them up in the air it looks like you've almost ran up underneath their car from the back. So they fixed one problem, but created another problem. That's science, man. It's like people talk about drugs. Well, hey, they created a drug. It's going to help with diabetes, but guess what? It's going to create 6 or 7 other health issues. So that's just how life works. You fix one problem, it creates 10 others.
Yeah, you take a Tylenol and it gives you diarrhea, it gives you headache, gives you everything else. So
I've never gotten diarrhea from Tylenol. That must be a personal problem, but I mean, I get it. It's okay.
I remember a medication that my father took a long ago. One of the possible side effects was a blue hairy tongue. I was like, what? Seriously?
Blue hairy tongue.
A blue hairy tongue. I keep going through the field here. It looks like we got a caution, so we're going to take a quick break here, guys. Let's see. We talked about a car we're trying to give away. Let's check it out again.
Hey NNR fans, get your hands on this Lowe's Motor Speedway 50th anniversary diecast that's signed by track owner Bruton Smith by watching repeats broadcast on Twitch. If we get over 50 live viewers on any stream, the diecast will be unlocked. The winner will then be determined by a trivia question selected by repeats. First to answer adds this sweet ride to their collection. Thanks for being the best fans around.
All right, you know what, Stout? I tell you who this really helps. It's going to be that 28 of Boehner. He had an issue with his pit earlier, but this should get him right back on sequence with everybody else. So we'll have to see how this works out if he didn't fall a lap down earlier.
Well, yeah, I actually think he got the lucky dog there, so he's probably going to be 20th or something, so he really probably needs a quick caution to pass some of these guys that are lap down. But if anything, he's not going to be able to get up there and challenge for the win if this thing stays green, but maybe he can gain at least 10 or 11 spots and keep the points battle alive.
Well, you're not kidding. Like you said, he restarted in 20th. In half a lap, he picked up 2 spots, all below the apron. As we've been here with the leaders since the restart. You got the 88 of Kamal to the outside. You got the who is that right there? That's the 97 of Fatless Dig in P2, 00 of Finesse. There's a 98 of Bowling and the 21 of Sledgehammer. That's your top 5. All really, really battling right there for position. Going into the corner, down low, 97 trying to catch back up to the 1 of Asbel. I tell you, Asbel's not championship capable here in Xfinity. He is in trucks. I think before the end of the year, Watt Racing is really going to have an issue with in that series, the 8 truck. He could be a factor here in Xfinity as well. While he's not going to be able to win the championship in this series, at the end of the year, it may come down to the people that are eligible to win. Whoever finishes highest in a race.
Is Asbel not eligible?
Not in Xfinity. Nope. He only in trucks.
Coey, come on, Coey. Allow that to happen, Coey, if you're still watching the stream, man. All right, Cody's not going to respond. I will tell you this. Finesse up here pushing my boy Fatless Diggs around. Don't be messing with Fatless Diggs. That's my homie, man. Usually rocks the John Deere vehicle, but he switched over to the Napa. We got to make, man. I'm going to have to put something in chat. Like, guys, you got to cut it out with this Napa crap, man.
There are a lot of Napa cars. But a lot of different paint variations, though. Some are lighter blue, some are darker blue, some are lighter gold, darker gold. I mean, mustard yellow. They've all got their different touch.
I like you say that mustard yellow. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, buddy. Looks like we've got 62 laps remaining here in the final stage coming down the stretch. There was 200 laps in all tonight. And, man, we've had, besides the stage break, 2 cautions. So, yeah, they're doing all right tonight, Stout.
No, absolutely. I mean, you're gonna have some cautions, and especially what was one of the cautions with the pit road thing?
No, I don't think we saw. I think it was it wasn't the Force. Somebody get spin out going into pit road, but it didn't bring out a caution, or at least I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't pretend to know it all though. Just like HD says, we're just winging it. I know, Cody. Don't yell at me. Be quiet.
Dude, that's the only way to do it, man, is to wing it. Coey, man. All right, Coey, we got your attention. Asbel, we need to allow him to race for the championship.
Admin, it kind of, or Coey, kind of sounds like your number two's kind of putting his foot down. Let's see here. Gonna keep going through. There's the 1 and 00. They're checked out from the field again. The Baby Ruth and the Haas Automation 00. Definitely the two strongest in the field tonight. SD Rick, thank you very much for the follow. Rory Brager, yeah, this is a pit adjustment only community. This is the NNR Racing League best in default on Xbox, hands down, off of Heat 4 if you don't normally play the game. Man, by all means, go on up and smash that follow and subscribe button. Hit the notifications. We are live on Sunday nights at 9 o'clock, Tuesday nights between 8:30 and 9 o'clock, and on Thursdays we're back with the Cup guys when me and the one and only HD Motorsports call them live. Coey, you know what? Stop changing your answers based on who asks you, okay? Let's keep on going through. There's bowling. You told me he was only good for trucks. That's what you told me. Let's see. Old Cheeseburger. Dicing it up a little bit. Looks like he got a little loose there off the corner. Here's 69 of Rowdy Burns. Rowdy looks like he's back half of the field, if not all the way in the back. Not quite sure if there's anybody a lap down behind him. There's the 46 Cadillac catching a big draft off that 9. Trying to get into the corner as tight as possible on that 46. Try to keep him pinned down. 46 able to really accelerate. A little bit of crash avoidance 101, trying to avoid that 24 after he tagged the wall there just a little bit. A little bit of a door check there between the 23 and the 39. But yeah, Rory, this is all pit road adjustments only. Tire pressure, wedge, tape. That's it, man. As it looks like we've got another caution. So with this one, I'll tell you what, let's take one more commercial break, then we should be taking green. Head on over to nnrleague.com. Check it out.
Hey NNR fans, are you looking for a way to rep your favorite NASCAR Heat preset league on Xbox Live? Look no further. Just go to nnrleague.com, scroll down to the Zazzle tab, and see what we have to offer. From t-shirts to hoodies to clocks, we have everything you need to show your support. Thanks for being the best fans, and we hope to see you at the track repping that NNR red.
There we go. Didn't miss a thing, as always. Saw the leaders before that caution, and here's your lead afterwards. The 1 of Asbel, 00 of Finesse, side by side with the 98 and the 11. 98 of FNL Bowling, the 11 of Parsville, 97 of Fatless Dig. That is your top 5. Looks like the 21 of Sledgehammer was able to get right down to the bottom line to keep P6 threat now from the 88 of Kamal. Stout, we're about to see this get really, really racy all over again. Stout, if you're saying anything, we can't hear you, sir. And look who's working his way back into the top 10. Here comes that old 61. He was really, really strong in the beginning of the race. Looks like he got that car fixed up just a little bit, working his way underneath the 97 of Fallis Dig. Fallis going to check up, let him go, power up off the corner, and it's going to push Fallis back one spot. Now the 61 of Mountaineers got his eyes set on the 21 of Sledgehammer. 61 working his way back up through the field again.
Absolutely. It looks like he was able to get whatever damage, that he got there in that previous run fixed. Yeah, somehow, Pete, I muted myself. That's a good thing. I wish it actually worked in real life. Being from the country, sometimes I say stuff that don't process before it actually comes out of my mouth. But, talking about Mountain working his way up, man, I was watching Boehner. Boehner restarted 13th after that caution, and guess who, man? He's in like 7th or 8th here.
Yep, he's behind the Mountain, and side, I think that might be Cheeseburgers. I saw that rookie logo on the back of his car.
Oh, yeah, it's Cheeseburger, man. He's up there in, 7th or 8th?
Yep. Mountain, and they got a little close there. 98 of Bowling and 61. 61's going to try to look to the inside, or thought about looking to the inside of Kamal. No room at the end right there, but 28's going to give that 61 a big shot. 61 pulled that up in front of the 98 with almost no clearance. He wasn't sure. He says, yep, I'm clearing myself. Make a hole. Coey, I will have to adjust my settings so you are able to place the community link in there. But guys, yeah, the link for this community is www.nnrleague.com. As you saw in that video, scroll on down to the Zazzle tab. If you need a polo, if you're like me and it's business casual at work, grab yourself an NNR polo, t-shirts, hoodies. If you want a clock for a man cave, or misses, if your husband needs a clock for his man cave, need some stickers, you need golf balls with the warmer weather coming, it's all right there. Bill's Legend, what's happening?
Says he was in 5th place and lagged out. I can't believe Coey, the league owner, is cussing on your Twitch channel. Look at that.
Yep.
3-letter word bleeped out. I mean,
yeah, I see it. I see it.
Come on, Coey. Leader.
Boy, you watch this. You watch Mountain really giving the 88 of Kamal a big shove going to that corner. It's all over his back bumper. That actually, the contact got the 61 loose, and that allowed the 28 of Boehner to get to the inside. Now the Boehner, the 61 of Mountain, and the 00 of Finesse, they are all very, very good practicing friends, and I guess that kind of shows as to why you see their setups sitting here now in old top 5, top 10 running as we're getting closer and closer on laps.
Yeah, I think they're all teammates in Cup too. I think they're all Rook Racing or something.
Yep, Rook Racing. Yep, you got it. But all the way the way Boehner and Finesse and Mountain been running in Cup, man, I don't know how much longer we're gonna be able to call them rookies.
I didn't think about that. I just thought about the Rook, and I was like, well, dude, the Rook only can go forward or to the left or to the right or backwards. I was like, whatever. I mean, if there's some kind of secret or it's a acronym or something,
Yeah, yep, Rook for Rookie Racing. You got it.
Yeah, they're pretty lucky this year because they get to race on Tuesdays full time without being penalized, and get to race all the races, and then they get to come over and race on Thursdays. So
Yeah, yeah.
Very nice.
Go ahead.
That's the thing. Like, I didn't think you could run for a championship in multiple leagues, but I guess you can.
Yeah, the way Coey had the rules kind of spelled out is if you were recognized in a lower series and pulled up to Cup, you were eligible to continue to run the lower series for a championship. So, those three were seen for their capabilities, their track awareness, their cleanliness, and they got recognized. They were pulled up, and because there were enough of them, they were able to create a team. And yeah, they've been running pretty strong.
Oh, for sure. And Finesse has already punched his ticket into the chase. Boehner, I'm almost positive is good on points.
Yeah,
and
Boehner's
then
sitting like 14th in points or something like that right now. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm hoping. I've been working on Coey, man. See if we can go back to old school and do no stages.
Run it out points. Yeah, that man. You've got to be consistent all season. You don't get a reset between stages.
Well, I mean, still do the chase, but just not have the stages. Like I've looked, stages have killed me, man. Like race points, I think I've scored like the most, like the fourth most. But the stage points is, dude, I'm like 11th or 12th.
Oh man. But I think you're doing all right though. As the actual just started to recrawl across the bottom for the Xfinity series. You see Augustus and then Boehner. Boehner's really been clicking a lot of points off. He's only 20 points now behind Augustus, and you got Bowling 50 back, and then you get to Sledgehammer 25. So the top three really have a big gap back to old Sledge. Guys, make sure you tune in tomorrow night as you get to see Sledgehammer and CGMX Rose and Jose 720. Yep. Kind of rate. What is it? Road America, or where's that tomorrow?
I don't know. It's one of those. See the Batter Canadian Tire. I can't remember. I should know. I feel bad.
Man, we can't keep up with everything, but yeah, make sure you check out your NNR Pro League hopefuls. We saw CJMX Rose, Sledgehammer and Jose all finish in the top 6 last week at Chicago. Looking for a great week out of all three. Again, it'll be exciting to see how they work their way through. Actually, Bot is saying it's at Mid-Ohio. Bot, thanks for checking in, sir.
It's one of those road courses. We were there.
Yeah, and we're gonna be. I was talking about the chase layout for this season. If you win the championship this year, you will have earned it, because every chase stage has a short track, an intermediate track, a speedway, and a road course. So you will earn that championship. Nobody's going to walk into it this year. Not to say that Aviator walked into his last year, but this year is definitely going to be harder. Let's see here. Looks like that 20. Go ahead.
No, I was just checking out our. I went over to NNRleague.com. If anybody's, I know you guys have asked some questions. You want to go check out our website. Our league owner, Jim Coey, man, he does a fabulous job. Like we make NASCAR.com's freaking website look like trash. Coey is in the wrong business. I don't know what Coey does for a living, but we should definitely be making graphics. And I know he's got help, and I think Mountain helps him with a lot of stuff. And
I know Coey helps with some. And another guy that deserves a lot of credit is it Muffin? No, not Muffin.
No, it's AJ Dukes.
Yeah, A Dukes really helped make a lot of the website happen financially, not necessarily just for content wise, but yeah, he. there's a lot of people that really believe in NNR, and Dukes doesn't even run anymore, steadily. He's actually got his own community that he takes care of, right along with a few of the guys that run here in NNR. But big thank you to Dukes for helping NNR out of his own pocket. Let's see Boehner coming across the line. We got 31 laps to go, and Boehner's worked his way back into P2, right behind that Baby Ruth machine of the one of Asbel. Kind of work my way back through here a little bit. 39, old Master Killer. I haven't really talked about him much. He's another one that kind of got his start watching the stream and got interested, got into a car. He's a member of old J-Paw's Army. Saw J-Paw in chat earlier.
J-Paw's got like 8 or 9 kids. And they're not kids, but he's like the dad for real, man. Like even in racing with them in AOR, and instead of Messenger, we use Twitter to communicate. They just, like every time he talks, man, it's just like, yes, Dad. It's crazy.
Yeah, J-Paw's a good guy. First chance I ever got to run with J-Paw was actually in Dirty Mo Racing, which actually just restarted a short 8 or 9
I saw that.
week season, in association with another league, old Day Trippers in that one too, and I got to. That's actually where I met Cheeseburger and Chain Graboid, Cole, and a few of those other cats. Tell you what, NNR might be kind of lucky that Chain's not in this or another series. That man can be really strong in a default setup.
Yeah, no, Chain is. I'm leading the points in AOR right now, and Chain and I he's in second points, and we went back and forth with the points battle. Chain's a super talented man. Chain actually ran 2 years ago, a short time with us, and then he ended up. I don't know what exactly happened, but yeah, Chain's definitely one of the better default racers that a lot of people might not know about, man. He's super good.
Oh yeah, he whooped up on me pretty good when I ran with him Dirty Mo.
Well, we actually ran at Kentucky in AOR. I guess it's been 5 or 6 weeks ago, man. He freaking mopped us all.
Yeah, he's strong. Speaking of strong, I've had Boehner and Carroll stream up this whole time, kind of switching around the Cowboy and SWAT. Watching the 51 right now, and I think the 28 and the 1 just might have made a little bit of contact there. There we go. There they are side by side. The 88 of Kamal, really close in tow. And he actually just got by that one. So we'll have to see if the 88's able to now track down that 28 to kind of contend for the win. Waiting on the 20. Actually, the 20 looks like 28 is going to be coming down pit road this time. He just kind of told the guys behind him, hey, slowing up, going to be working my way down to 45 mile an hour, work my way down pit road. Don't want a speeding penalty to take this away from him. Kamal was going to be really close on speed. There's a whole cluster of cars are working their way down pit road. This will not be good for the entry at all, Stout. We talked about that glitch earlier.
Oh yeah, man, getting off pit road, like I said, stinks. We'll have to keep an eye on that actually here, see what happens. But best thing to do if you come out, man, it looks like you're inside a car, is whoever's a little bit behind needs to just hard turn left and just try to get out on them as quickly as possible. Not it kind of like jackknifes you up, man. It's crazy looking.
Yeah, we saw a tweet from CGMX Rose after last week's race at Chicago, where the 18 car came out on his hood as they were exiting pit road. So far, so good. It looks like everybody is nose to tail. A couple guys maybe a little bit further in the back. No, it all looks really, really clean this time. They had just enough spacing, but first and second, or what should remain first and second, the 28 of Boehner, 88 of Kamal in P2 is the way that it should work out after the rest of the field goes down pit road. Right now, actually, no, he brought most of the leaders down with him. So it's right back to Boehner in P1, Asbel P2, Sledgehammer P3, Kamal in P4, about a second back. So we did not get caught speeding there. And then Finesse 2.5 back. And next time they come around, get us a lap count. But everybody's on those 4 brand new Eagle Feel Goods. Check out those chrome rims on that 10 car. That was pretty good as him and the 8 made a little contact.
Yeah, King's running them. One thing I love about Honcho, man, Honcho, it's like he designs his paint schemes around those chrome rims, dude. He's got chrome rims always.
Yeah, they absolutely look really, really good. Let's see if we can't go back and get a little bit of a side view there. Ball is digging. It'd be good to see Kamal. I mean, even though he's not really running for points, it'll be good to maybe get Kamal in the booth for a top 3. Always really, really informative in his post-race interviews, and I mentioned earlier that he was a good friend of Colts fan or Kentucky Ridge runner also. So I have to see what he might have to say about the young buck. But yeah, Sledgehammer's right behind him, but right now up front, it's all the 28 and the 1. Kamal's hunting, so is the 21. Let's see. See if I can't find Honcho. We'll talk about those, show you those rims we were just mentioning.
Oh, they're sexy. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, there you go. Look at the inside of those things. The 66 Valvoline colors. You've got the black back. That's a really, really nice looking scheme. Unfortunately, he's got quite a bit of hood damage, but man, I like that. I really do. That would have looked hella nice on a 6 car from Mark Martin back in the day. Unfortunately, the first Cup owner to ever really run the chrome rims modern era was for Michael Waltrip Racing. Him and Clint Boyer and Truex.
Dude, they were sick though, man.
Yeah,
dude. Always sick, and then even Mark Martin's Aaron's ride was sick looking too, man. It's a sweet ride.
Yep. Keep going through as Boehner comes across the line. It looks like it either says 18 or 16 laps to go. Closing them out here.
Yeah, Boehner's got some front end damage somehow now. Just noticed that.
Rory, yeah, that's actually something that NNR kind of prides itself on. If you go to, look me up on Xbox and send me a friend request, or go to my friends list. I believe that it's open, and look for D Carroll or NNR Carroll. I'm not sure if he changed his name or not, or NNR Coe. Send them a message. Let them know that you caught the stream. You might be interested in running a truck race. There's almost always a truck available to try, kind of get you introduced to NNR. And now, bear in mind, if you do, you wouldn't be any kind of championship eligible. It's way too far past that. But you can definitely get acclimated with the community, learn the rules. I'm not sure if you know anybody else that races here or what, but yeah, it's pretty strong community, man. It's actually NNR Carroll 9. There you go. Stout, this is something I don't think I've ever asked you. How did you get associated with NNR?
D4C got him.
Yep.
It was actually a race at Kentucky, man. It's 3 years ago. D4C got him. String, Carroll, several D4C guys came over to our league and wanted to race with us. And, supposedly String was the man at Kentucky. And old Stout Whiskers whooped that ass at Kentucky. All of them won the race and said, "Hey, man, you want to come race with us?" And I was like, "You know what? Sure, man. I'll come give it a try." And formed a pretty good friendship and that first year, and just kind of took off from there. And getting to help Coey now is pretty sweet. Coey and I are very different, but we see very much eye to eye. So I know it probably sounds weird, but it's the truth. And love being a part of it. Love helping Coey as much as I can. I know I'm a pain in the ass sometimes at Coey, just with my personality, and I'm a 36-year-old child. But it's a good time, man. You're an admin as well, and HD, and what Carroll and does for the trucks, and Smitty, and then the guys that help them. We just got a good group of guys, man. It's a good time.
Oh yeah, there's a phenomenal group of guys, and I know you've kicked butt on here quite a few. Ooh, Kamal made hard contact with the wall. I'm gonna guess he's gonna lose a ton of time. I'm guessing he looped it, was able to grab a gear and keep on going, but I think he's gonna have a ton of damage. Let me see if I can catch up with that 88.
I see him now. Did he get loose or?
Yeah, he got wicked loose coming off the corner. And let's see if I can find him. I don't know if he's going to be able to finish up in that top 3 like I had hoped. We'll have to.
Is he leading the race?
Yeah, he's still in the race. And actually, it looks like that car is pretty clean. He might have got loose and able to ride that inside wall. Didn't get a whole lot of damage, which would be really, really good. But that car definitely is slideways as he gets to the power. The rear end looks really, really light coming off the corner. We'll have to see if he's able to control it in these final laps. I don't know if everybody's going to be able to make it on once Carroll or Boehner come off the start finish line next time by. I'll go ahead and get us a lap count, but it really looks like even Boehner is turning more to the right as he comes off the corner, just like everybody else. As Boehner crosses the line, we've got 9 laps to go. His fuel light's not on. He's showing me the menu right now is showing me that he is first. Aswell's just about 3/10 back. Kamal now 3.5 seconds back, with Stay Finesse and Bowling rounding out your top 5. But behind Kamal here's that 00. Finesse is definitely going to give him a bit of a challenge, and if he gets too close to the inside rear quarter panel, he might find out just how loose that 88 is. He might regret it. Kamal's instead going to go ahead and move up high, allow that 00 to get by. He knows that he's a bit quicker. 20, who's that right there? The 98 of Bowling. He's going to be able to get on by as well. Bowling and Kamal made contact. A lot of cars around on the backstretch. This could bring out a caution with under 10 to go. And yep, there it is, Stout. This is going to reset everything, and we should go back green with about 5. About 5 in the bank. Woo!
Well, it's about to get extremely interesting, and someone's going to get screwed out of a finish that they deserve, because that's what always happens in situations like this.
Yep, and that all happened because the 98 of Bowling looked like he got loose under Kamal, made contact with the 88, sent Bowling back down to the inside wall. Kamal was able to keep on going, but I think I saw Bowling's car collect others, and yeah, that caution was the result.
Well,
wow.
I get to play HD here, man. I'm definitely coming to getting some tires.
Over under on green, white, checker. How many do you think?
They're going green the rest of the way. Have faith.
Oh boy, 28-1 on the front row. 00 and the 98. We'll have to see.
Mountain got the the worst of that, man, it's like he had to restart back in 15th. He must have got some serious damage.
Yeah, I would imagine. Big challenge here between the 00, the 28, 20, or 00 is going to push that 28 all the way down to turn 3. Maybe push them a little further than the 28 would have liked. Going to try to get under that quarter panel. No dice. 28 strong in the gas coming off the corner. Coming to the line, we are going to have, just about 3 laps to go. So we called it 4 to go before. This is going to be 3. Still, it's going to be the 28 00 and the one of Asbel. That's your top 3 right now. Looks like got the 81 of Smitty in 4th.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was just thinking about Smitty, man. Smitty's in a position to pull a sledgehammer.
Yeah, he is, but I don't think. I think right now that 00 might be all kinds of blocking for his buddy Boehner. He is not going to let the one get by
underneath
too
him
easy.
here.
Yep. They are beating and banging off the corner. Not a whole lot of room. We know how tight that corner is. Here comes Smitty. Smitty underneath the 00 with the 1 of Aswell behind him. And as they come to the line here, we got 1 lap to go. Brought to you by Stout Whiskey.
Boehner's got this in the bag here, so let's see who finishes 3rd.
And it's like this is going to end under caution, my friend. Something must have happened in the back. So, yeah, it looks like it's going to be Boehner, the 81 of Smitty, and that's either going to be the 00 of Finesse.
I think it's Aviator.
Asbel. So it's going to be Boehner, Smitty, Asbel, Aviator, Finesse, Outbreak, Augustus, Cowboy with a great finish, Fatless Dig, and then Parzival. And Parzival, another top 10. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and get ready to shut that down and head back to the booth. There's your finishing order. Ten for Coey. I see you. All right, I'm gonna back out of that. I don't want to go to Vegas. Kind of head back to a little bit of a makeshift booth here. Here we go.
I'd like to go to Vegas. I don't know about going to virtual Vegas.
Yeah. Let's see. Coey's saying, no, we are officially closed for the rest of the season with 5 to go in the regular season. Closed down to any new entries. You can join us in our new. I forgot about that. Yeah, the
fun runs.
We can talk about that. Well, not necessarily just the fun runs, but the community that Mountain and I think Bane are calling on Monday nights, if I'm not mistaken. But let's head back here. We should have. Okay, I see Boehner, I see Smitty, and I see Asbel. All right. Stout, do you want to take Asbel?
Yeah, I got it.
All right.
Asbel.
What's up?
Not much, dude. How you doing? You got me?
Asbel, there you go. You're muted.
Yeah, I'm there. Oh, that's all right. I forgot I was unmuted.
All right, sweet. Nah, dude. All right, first and foremost, man, rock one of my heroes, Bush Cars. Jeff Gordon, man, we're talking about the old square body Thunderbirds back in the day. But, dude, you really had definitely one of the cars that was the class of the field. Just explain your preparation going into the night, and then we'll get to some other things.
I don't know. Just, the car was acting weird. I tried a setup I was using all week, and it was too tight to complete run, so I had to change some things around. Found a little something that was good there, but I don't know what Boehner had going on, but his car was fast as hell.
Well, as far as, I know previously, man, we've talked about how, Did you practice with Boehner and Finesse this week, or?
I mean, not really. Every time he would get on that like practice with each other, I was always either coming home from work or at work or something like that.
All right, and
So I
then
mean,
just
oh, sorry, go ahead.
no. I'm sorry, Asbel. And then talking about the sequence there at the end, man. What was your plan just going in there in that last restart? Was it just to ride, make a move, or what?
Kind of wish the restart wouldn't happen, to be honest with you.
Me neither.
I was kind of mad. I was like, what the hell? Are you kidding me? I was starting on the outside. Honestly, I thought I was gonna lose more positions than I did.
I actually told Pete, man, late restarts suck because someone's gonna get screwed out of position that they should, that they deserve. So, but yeah, man, you want to give any shout outs to anybody?
Just y'all, man. So y'all keep doing what y'all doing.
Well, I appreciate it, man. If you look around at the booths, um, Pete and I are definitely the best looking duo guys that you could ask for to call a race, and voices too. I mean, both North Carolinians. You can't freaking beat it, man. But nah, hey, good shit, Aswell.
Thank you.
Smitty, what's happening, buddy?
Oh, not much. It's been a while since I've done an interview.
Yeah, man. Definitely, great to see. I don't think we've actually talked to you much since your Vegas win earlier this season. Maybe once or so since then. But you definitely kind of crept up into the top 10 and then the top 5. That last caution absolutely helped you out, although it really seemed like you had something for that top 10 as the race was going on. Definitely showing these guys why you lead this series. Definitely really strong and have been the entire year. Walk us through your race. Walk us progression.
Well, car was definitely a top 10 car, for not maybe top 5, but it was definitely a top 10. We started in the middle of the pack. Car was tight in the beginning, and then we get really loose as the run would go on, so it's kind of hard to keep it under control. There were some restarts where we were just fighting around 12th, 11th or 12th, just trying to ride. And then whenever we were in the top 7, we were doing pretty good. But first of all, I gotta apologize to Bowling about that. With about 2 or 3 to go, when I got into his door going into 1, that was my bad.
Well, that last caution that came out with about 5 to go was actually between Bowling and Kamal. It looked like Bowling got really, really loose, washed up into Kamal. Kamal couldn't go anywhere besides into the wall, and Bowling went, spun around and collected the back half of the fielders, or so it seemed. But it definitely seemed like it worked out for you, and if Bowling was able to retain those positions, that's pretty good for him as well. Probably a pretty good points night, regardless of that caution. But man, you definitely seem strong. Got the 81 up there at the end when it really mattered. I know you're not really here for points. Did you catch on to anything tonight that's going to help you Thursday?
I pretty much used my cup set for tonight, just a different preset. But I mean, I learned that cars can get a little bit loose, so I just need to get a little bit more stable, but need to get a little bit more speed to fix that stable.
Gotcha.
Anytime I run in this Xfinity series, for it helps the Thursday race, so use this extra track time.
Well, you're definitely strong. I mean, I think in Cup points, you're between 5th and 10th.
7th.
7th, yeah. So there you are. You're solidly in as far as points and your Daytona win. So in just 4 short weeks after Thursday night's race, when the points reset, you'll be solidly in the chase. Not quite sure how many points you have on stage wins and whatnot, but man. Congrats on P2 tonight. Any shout outs there besides Dr. Pepper?
Yeah, of course. Hell, I'd like to thank my cup team at Dirty Air Motorsports, I like to thank Kamal and Knights, Aviator, Rowdy, Coey. They're all a big help week in and week out with setups and stuff. We all get together and practice. I like to thank Gatorade for hopping on for tonight, for being a sponsor of tonight's car. It's good luck. Um, Hell, I'd like to thank everybody at the Xfinity team. They're pretty good, really good to help with. That's Sledge, Goose, and Asbill. They're really good help. Hell, I'd like to thank everybody at NNR. Uh, what we're doing is pretty strong, and the attendance shows. I'd like to thank
Yes, it
y'all
does.
for broadcasting on Tuesday nights.
I'm glad that I could do it, and glad that Stout is here for the duration of the season, except for the times where he wants to kind of step aside and let somebody else shine, and maybe get a word out about whatever they've got going on, like Dohar and eSpark, and filter time and all that. So, nah, man. Congratulations, and I thank you. I really enjoy doing this, and uh, wouldn't have it any other way. I'm proud of the association.
We're
And
glad to have you.
then yeah, thank you. Then Boehner, Stout, you want to take our winner?
Yeah, Boehner, man, you followed up second place Saturday in our little 10K race with a victory tonight, man. Had a really good car, obviously. Um, Tell us a little bit about your car, man, going into the race.
Oh, thanks, Stout. Man, first of all, it's just so much fun racing with Asbill and Finesse and most of the guys up front. Sledgehammer when he was up there. Kamal, I was trying to cautiously, aggressively pass him, and that got hairy there a couple times. I don't know if he saw my nose or not, but just like it's just so much fun racing in the series, and man, I don't even know where to begin with tonight, to be honest. Other than it's just a blast racing with those guys, and I was on the right end of the stick as far as getting the win this time, but easily many other guys could have won that race. I told Asbill and Finesse, if it comes down to it, that track position's a little more important here than at Pocono or Chicago, and that I probably have to race him for it earlier in the runs. And yeah, that was just fun, man. Every stage finish was awesome. Sounds like some guys made some contact at the end of the race, where I know that stuff happens, and throughout the top 10. So, but I couldn't. I mean, really, the race, I don't even know, man. For getting to pit and then struggling with the car for 7 laps, falling through the field, that's probably the best driving I've ever done in my life, was that race right there, and particularly on old tires, for getting to pit like a dumbass. That's the only reason I had a shot to win, was hanging on to it for 7 laps. And
Yeah, I
then
was
just
gonna
having
ask you. Yeah, I was gonna ask you what happened there, man. Why you lost all those positions? So it was you just forgot to pit?
Yeah, I had 7 lap old tires, and man, you got a whole field of new tires behind you.
Oh yeah.
A lot of times guys just get out of the way there, but I had confidence that I could stay out of the way and keep as much time as I could, so I could stay a factor in the race if I caught a caution at the right time. And that was the only reason I was able to get back on the lead lap with old tires on a wave around. Had to start driving through the field on 4 or 5 lap older tires. Another caution comes out, drove it from 13th to first, and man, it's just crazy, man. I mean, I don't think I touched a soul either, the whole way up through there. So it's a lot of fun, man, in this Xfinity series.
Absolutely, and it's always fun, man, when you're able to pass guys, and I guess it feels better, when you don't touch anybody, you're able to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you're like me. Like if you get in somebody, man, you always kind of have that cloud over you, and it'll eat at you. But any shout outs, man?
Just Rook Racing, man, Mountain Finesse, Fatless. We all had Honcho. We all had really good cars. And then, of course, racing with Asbill and Sledgehammer again up at the front, there in that third stage. And like I said, there's just a lot. I just feel like some of us up front and consistently in the top 5, top 10, we really use our heads. And I mean, that's what racing should be. It's so much fun. I mean, we get that in all 3 series, but I feel like it's a little bit, like it's pretty remarkable in this series. I've never been in a league like this Xfinity series, and it's, I'm just happy I was able to bring it home tonight, and I was on the right side of things with that restart. I thought I was going to get screwed when that caution came out. I didn't really know what to do for an 8-lap run, so I just threw something at it and just held the bottom. Didn't make a mistake, and it worked out.
Absolutely. Well, dude, awesome run, man. Like I said, way to follow up Saturdays, running the 10K event. And who knows, man, maybe you can keep it up here to carry over to Thursday's race. And Peter HD will be talking to you Thursday night.
That'd be great, man. I appreciate you, both of you guys, man. A lot of fun.
Yeah, I just got to add on to that just a little bit here, Boehner. Don't go there just yet. I already got a notification from the one and only Rock NASCAR on Facebook saying, way to keep digging. Congratulations on the win. As we watch the points for the Xfinity Series continue to scroll across the bottom of the screen, I noticed that Augustus was only 20 points over you. Depending on where you finished in stage 1 and stage 2, we could be talking to the new points leader. And I think I'm pretty sure that Bowling finished ahead of Augustus as well. So while I don't think he's going to take over second place, I think we might be talking to the new points leader. It'll be interesting to see how it's all calculated out when Coey's got it done. But, man, congratulations again.
Yeah, thanks, Pete. And obviously Augustus is a great driver, so is Bowling. So, it's nice if I'm in the points lead right now, but I think even more importantly, I got 4 playoff points tonight. So, trying to get stage wins and try to get as many as those, because all those guys are going to be tough down the stretch when it matters most.
Yeah, it will be. And after tonight's race, there's only 4 races left before the chase starts next week. We head on over to Worldwide Technology, or what is that, Iowa, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. After that, we've got Dover, which is amazing. On your wait till you see or get the sense of speed on your new wheel. And then we go to Daytona, and then the Lady in Black, Darlington, and then from there on, it's on. So this is what your 4th win of the season, or 5th?
Yeah, I think it's 4th win. 4th.
Man, yeah, Boehner, congratulations. Thank you very much for calling the truck race with me the other night. If I think this championship season for you and for Bowling and Augustus, I think it's really starting to shape up.
Yeah, don't forget Asbill either. He's in late entry, and he's gonna be a factor as well. So there's a lot of strong guys in the series, Pete. You're absolutely right. So
Yeah,
it's going to be fun once we get to the chase, as long as we all keep
absolutely cannot forget about Asbill. You got Master Killer in there as the top guy in points without a win. He's been strong. Parzival has been very, very silent. Working his way up through the points. He's sitting 7th, and then Dewman is in 8th. So yeah, it's a pretty strong series. Like you said, definitely one of the most fun series to watch and to call. But man, congratulations yet again, sir.
Yeah, but I'd be remiss not to throw Finesse in there. Hopefully we can get him eligible, even though I'm afraid he's going to beat me. He would definitely be a factor too. I'm just not sure if he's eligible or not. But hopefully he is. Love racing with him.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun to watch battle with you and Asbill, especially all night long tonight. All right, Stout, any last words for our top 3 or our winner tonight, sir?
Nah, man.
All right. Well, then I just got to make one big quick thank you to SD Rick and What's Up Denny 69 for following along and keeping it interesting in the chat. And Rory Breaker, thank you very much for the interest in NNR. Hopefully we'll see you right back here on Thursday night at 9 o'clock when HD and I go live to call the Cup race right here at Kentucky. But as for me, yeah, that's going to be it tonight. We will see you in 2 days' time, same bat channel. For all you Pro League hopefuls, definitely wish you a lot of luck tomorrow night. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch that road course race. Until then, catch y'all around the track. Have a great night. Stay healthy.